We, myself, Paulie, and the Latino Slant are actually consulting and working on a couple of films. Now, these are independent films. They're going to get independently produced. I would say anywhere in the means between 400 to $1 million. So it's not like these guys are doing this for free on the weekends. So these are going to be considered SAG, contracts and the whole thing. One of the projects we're working on, I find fascinating. Well, both of them I find fascinating. But we're in talking to this creator of this new project. We were talking about perceptions of Latinos on film. The creator, the screenwriter of this project, was telling me, he's like, I just wish when I see a Latino on film, they didn't have to play up being Latino so much. And he was going on and he was giving examples of like people he may know, giving examples of people in big films that you've seen where they kind of shtick it up, whether it's a gangbanger or an exotic female or a hot and spicy mamita, or the other tale of it, right? It's a downtrodden victim. It's the illegal with a heart of gold or whatever. It always comes from a place of trauma or drugs, and you play it up. You play the accent up. You play the isms up of that particular character. And I was just letting him talk, and I was like, well, that's not the actor's fault. I was like, what do you mean? Well, the actor only gives and only does what they're told. So if the actor doesn't have a lot of experience and can't create something fresh and original in their audition, or maybe they even got the role, they're going to do exactly as they're told. And for the most part, Hollywood doesn't get Latinos, which is why you see a lot of overacting, a lot of stereotypes, even to this day, just played terribly. I saw a movie recently where it was one of the subplots had a Mexican cartel. And I swear to you guys, the actors with their accents were from Argentina, Cuba, all over the place. One wasn't even Mexican, just playing up an accent, and it was just god awful. And wouldn't it be something if they just played it with no accents? Just play the characters, play the moment. But again, I was telling this guy, it's not the actor's fault. They're just doing what they're told. And especially if they have little to no experience, they're going to be doing exactly what the director says, what a casting director says. If casting director says, hey, thicken up your accent for the role, what do you think they're going to do? And this happens to this day. This happens to this day. And that's why you see so many presentations or representation have such really terrible presentation. And it's something that kind of plagues a lot of Latino, even a lot of Latino films that are done by Latino creators, is getting around the culture. A couple of years ago, actress Daniela Pineda, and she was in Bebop, Cowboy Bebop. She was just an accountant too. She put up a really interesting post a couple of years ago. She says, hey guys, I'm looking for a Latin project where I don't have to kill anyone, don't have to have an accent, don't have to be crossing the border, don't have to be pregnant, and don't have to be on my back as a prostitute. Any ideas? And it was comedy. It was comedy at the moment, but she was commenting something on actually something very, very real. Is that's how Hollywood, and more particular, white, progressive, liberal Hollywood sees and casts and writes Latinos. And I thought that was a fascinating post. And I went back maybe a couple hours later to screen grab it because I wanted to talk about it and this was a few years ago. She'd gotten rid of it. And I was like, oh man, someone must have gotten to her and say, hey man, don't wave your hand like that because people will mistake it as a salute to a certain group. Say, hey, don't have those views because they don't fall in line with our Latinx, our Wocoso agenda. See, that's the other thing about this that I'm talking about, is that you can't even portray yourself, write yourself, be yourself differently in this day and age in Hollywood unless you go by the rules, do exactly what they say. Every single topic, every single issue, you have to agree with them or else you're the problem. And then they'll get rid of you, right? They'll cancel you. And I, for one, have been sick of this. I am sick of this. That is why it's so important to do these things independently. If you're going to talk about Hollywood and put it down and say Hollywood is dead, Hollywood is dying, I, for one, am here for it, you can take that attitude and stick it right here. Because what I want you guys to do is say, man, Hollywood sucks. Let me go do something about it. Let me go create a short film. Let me go write a book. Let me go on my iPhone and I have a scene. I'm going to record it. And maybe I'll become a horror director like the Filipe brothers. And all of a sudden, I'm working with all these great people. But it started as a YouTube channel. I'm telling you, man, you know, for these people that talk about agency and safe space and creating this world where you can, you know, tell your stories, they're really full of shit because they want you to tell their stories how they see you. That is why I'm so excited about working on these two projects. And one of them is with Cameron Pasha, because I think that's another important thing, guys, is that when someone writes something that's so good and maybe they're not from the culture, it doesn't matter. They're fucking professional writers, directors, actors. Their job is to make you believe what you're reading, what you're seeing is right on point. And it just goes to show you that sometimes those people out of the culture, like a David Ayer, like a Cameron Pasha, like a Taylor Hafford, they have more insight, they have more knowledge, and they have less shame to where they can actually portray something. And that's another thing, is this fucking shame game. And excuse me for my language, but it just really gets me going, is that what we see in these Latino film festivals and this Latino this and all that stuff is that, again, if you do not fall in line, they will shame you. They will shame you if you don't support this 100% the way you're supposed to. So you got to deal with Gringo Hollywood and Gringolandia, and then you have to deal with your own raza. So what do I say? Just do it yourself. Do it yourself. And that's why I'm very happy about these projects. I'm very excited. But I going back around full circle, listen, man, you can't blame the actor. Never blame the actor as far as their performance. They're just doing what they're told. And if they don't have the experience, the life experience, the craft behind them, then what do you expect they're going to give you? So this problem is going to keep going until we really, literally seize everything, write it, produce it, and bring it out there into the world. And don't just show it to other Latinos. You got to show it to everyone.